Don't forget to pray. Don't be ashamed to pray. I don't care how dark it looks for you. I don't care what the verdict is. I don't care what the haters say. Prayer changes things. I was told I would never be nothing. Prayer changes things. I flunked out of school. I've been homeless and lived in a car for 3 years. Prayer changes things. It's the one thing that's available to everybody at any given time. Do you know that God actually created you to converse with him? Do you know that God would actually love to hear from you? Quit playing with this here. You're not going to make it without God. If you've tried it so far, tell me how that's working out for you. Don't you think I got here without him? If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't even be standing here today. You need God. Quit being ashamed about it and worry about who looking. Tell him that you're just tired of trying to figure it out for yourself.
There are all kinds of people teaching you about when God says yes. But there's very little said about how to survive when life does not give you what you want. I don't need you to tell me how to act when I get healed. I need to teach me how to survive when I don't get healed. Teach me how to stand when it's raining down on my face, and tell me how to keep trusting God when he says no. What do you do when you've asked for a good thing and God says no? You pray and you pray. You've been overruled. And the devil said, where is your God now? I wouldn't let you be attacked on this level if I didn't give you enough grace. Because my grace is sufficient. I got the grace for the situations I confront. And don't let my tears fool you. But when I get through crying, I will be swinging on you, because I do have grace. God wanted you to know that his grace is sufficient. That he will not allow the enemy to send anything into your life that is stronger than his power is upon your life to get you through this moment in your life.
God puts promises and dreams in all of our hearts. But God doesn't tell us how it's going to happen or when it's going to happen. God, when is this going to turn around? How come this situation at work is not getting better? We put God in a box and tell him how to do it, and who to use. If it's not working out the way we think, we can get discouraged. You have to leave how God does it and when he does it up to him. Because God's ways are not our ways. Sometimes it's taking longer because he has something better in store. And one of the best things I've learned is to trust God's timing and trust his ways. If you're trying to control the outcome and control the time frame, you're going to live worried. God already has it figured out. He knows the end from the beginning. He doesn't give us the details. If you knew how everything was going to work out, it wouldn't take faith. God has it all planned out. There are good breaks coming, favor, the right people. They're already on your schedule. What's upsetting you? What's keeping you awake at night? God is saying, release it to me. I'm ordering your steps. It may not be good, but I'm going to turn it for your good. You may not see anything changing. You'll be tempted to worry. Stay at rest. When you're at rest, you're showing God that you trust him. When you're at rest, you're in faith. But if you're upset over what's not changing, worried about your finances, that's a sign that you've stopped believing. Come back to a place of peace. You can't trust God and be worried at the same time. Well, Joel, I'm worried about my finances. I'm upset about the medical report. It's not a surprise to God. Release the worry. Release having to know all the details. There will always be situations that we don't understand. obstacles that seem permanent, that's a test. Will you go through life worried, discouraged because it's taken so long? Or will you enter into rest? Will you believe that God is in control and that He will get you to where you're supposed to be? Are you upset about something that's the hand of God? The delay, the disappointment, the setback, it's not working against you, it's working for you. God is about to do unusual things. I've learned God doesn't always take us down a straight path. There will be detours, these times when you feel like you're going the wrong way. Don't get set on the method. The way you think it's going to happen may not be the way God's going to do it. What you can't see is on that path, there's another turn. It leads to a shortcut that will catapult you ahead. The reason it's taking longer is because it's going to be bigger than you thought. You don't know what God is up to. You can't see what He's doing behind the scenes. Don't be discouraged by what's not changing. Your time is coming. If it hasn't happened yet, then it wasn't meant to be. Instead of fighting where you are, why don't you embrace where you are? I can promise you this, God is not going to be 1 second late. He's not going to accidentally miss your set time. And it's good to be passionate about our dreams and freedom, promotion, but don't be so consumed that you're not going to be happy while you're waiting for God to bring it to pass. This day is a gift. Enjoy your life while God is working. You have to pass the test of being happy where you are before God will get you to where you want to be. You have to put your foot down and say, I am going to enjoy this day. These challenges, this bad break, God, I know you're on the throne. I trust your ways. In the meantime, I'm going to live my life happy. Imagine if Joseph had not learned how to release control. God gave him a dream as a teenager that people would bow down before him. But God does things unusual ways. He uses adversities, disappointments to move us into our destiny. We think God only uses favor, open doors. We know that's His blessing. We thank Him when that happens. But I've learned God uses closed doors just as much as open doors. He uses rejection, betrayals, delays to position us for promotion. We can't see it at the time. We don't like it, but it's the hand of God ordering our steps. Joseph had this dream. What happened? He was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, put in prison. But Joseph understood this principle. He never complained. He never got bitter. He could hear that still small voice telling him, I'm still in control. This is all a part of your destiny. If he would have tried to control it, he would have lived bitter, angry. Every day he had to release the worry, release how he thought it would happen. 13 years later, he became the prime minister of Egypt. Proverbs says, since the Lord is directing your steps, why try to understand everything that happens along the way? Are you frustrated, upset over a bad break? How do you know it's not the hand of God leading you to your throne? That you're not right on course, on schedule to see what God promised you? God uses difficulties to position us for destiny. And what you're upset about is a necessary step. Don't try to understand everything that happens along the way. God works in mysterious ways. There are things that you're not supposed to understand. That's what faith is all about. If that disappointment was going to keep you from your purpose, it wouldn't have happened. This is your chance to say like Joseph, God, I trust you even when I don't understand it. I'm going to keep giving you praise when I could be complaining. I'm going to keep moving forward when I feel like going backwards.
So just like old people used to say, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody that can save anybody.